Ricky Springfield, the buddy of mine. Jessie's girl, I'm so jealous. I wanna have Jessie's girl. She just be with me. Why can't I have a woman like that? I'll play along with the charade.
We're leaving, man.
This is probably one of the most iconic scenes from Paul Thomas Anderson's filmography, and definitely the standout scene from 1997's Boogie Nights. I wanted to break down the infamous Jessie's Girl scene and figure out why, in my opinion, this scene shifts the film from merely great to truly epic. What makes it so unforgettable, and why does it feel like everything hangs in the balance? Now, if you've never seen the movie or just have forgotten, here's a bit of context. By the time we reach this scene, Dirk Diggler, played by Mark Wahlberg, is a shadow of his former self.
Come on, you are fired!
Fired from the industry and addicted to drugs, his once bright career of being a porn star has spiraled out of control. Desperate and reckless, Dirk, along with his friends Reed and the unstable Todd, is driven to make increasingly dangerous choices, leading them to Rayhan Jackson's mansion, where they attempt to sell him fake drugs. The opening shot of this scene literally lingers on the barred door being locked behind them, subtly signalling to the audience that there's no escape. It's a small but critical moment that emphasizes the feeling of entrapment. Once they're inside, there's no way out. It heightens attention right from the start, making every decision and every glance feel that much more dangerous. The contrast between the bright, gaudy colors of Rayhan's home and the suffocating tension in the air is a visual tug of war. The next shot, a slow push-in on Rayhan in his living room, immediately pulls us into his chaotic world. With walls flanking both sides of the frame, the shot intensifies the feeling of a confinement and entrapment. Just as we're drawn closer, Cosmo drops a firecracker right in front of Rayhan. Its sudden explosion signaling to the audience that Rayhan himself is volatile, a ticking time bomb ready to go off at any moment. In just two masterfully composed shots, Paul Thomas Anderson sets the stage for this nail-biting showdown. First, the lingering shot of the barred door locking behind our trio immediately establishes a sense of entrapment. Then, with a slow push-in on Rayhan's back into the space, we're pulled deeper into his unpredictable world. These two shots alone establish both the physical and the psychological stakes. There's no escape, and Rayhan, framed by firecrackers exploding at his feet, is a volatile force waiting to ignite.
Which one is Tom?
Yeah, that's me. We met before, down at the party board.
Yeah, right, yeah. Come on in.
These are my friends here, Dirk.
Hey, come on in, great to see you. Take a seat. You want something to drink? You want a pill, a little coke, a little dope? I got everything.
No.
You sure you want something?
No, thank you.
No? Okay. So, got something? Huh? We got something here?
The framing of Dirk, Reed and Todd sitting shoulder to shoulder on the lounge is simple but effective visual storytelling. Squished together and visibly confined, they're almost trapped within the frame itself, adding to the suffocating sense of entrapment. This composition mirrors their situation. They're not just physically confined in the shop, but metaphorically trapped in a dangerous game they can't control. As the song Sister Christian by Night Ranger plays in the background, its lyrics eerily mirror the unfolding tension. The line, "You're motoring," reflects the trio's reckless momentum hurtling towards disaster. I mean, Rayhan literally sings the line to them.
Fucking love that song.
The upbeat, almost nostalgic tone of the song clashes with the rising sense of danger, making the moment even more unsettling, as if fate is taunting them through the music. Many people point out in this scene that the fireworks going off act as a ticking time bomb, and why they definitely add a sense of unease to the situation. I believe it's Rayhan's bodyguard that serves as a silent ticking time bomb throughout the scene. As he takes the drugs and inspects them at the table, he's framed ominously behind Dirk, Reed and Todd, a constant reminder of the danger they're teetering on. His presence is like a looming threat, hovering just out of focus. If he realizes that Rayhan has been duped, it's all over for them. The way Anderson subtly positions him in the background adds an extra layer of tension, emphasizing that the trio's fragile plan could implode at any second. To add to this, we only learned seconds earlier that he is carrying a gun.
The black guy has a gun in his jacket. Todd.
a clear indication that he doesn't mess around. One thing to point out in this scene is if you look closely during this tense moment, Dirk and Reed are both sitting upright, on edge, clearly wanting to leave the house as soon as possible. But in stark contrast, Todd is lounged back, relaxed and completely unfazed by the danger around them. Why? This subtle but brilliant direction foreshadows Todd's reckless confidence that's about to come. While Dirk and Reed are panicking, Todd has no intention of leaving anytime soon. He's fixated on robbing Rayhan's floor safe, fully committed to the chaos he's about to unleash. And of course, I have to talk about the brilliant Alfred Molina's performance as Rayhan. In my opinion, his performance here stole the whole movie.
It's Cosmo. It's Chinese.
We clearly learn Rayhan himself is a beacon of chaos, shirtless, sweating and bouncing to the beat of the music, with a reckless abandon that feels dissonant against the impending doom. He's like a walking time bomb in this scene. One moment he's joyfully belting out Jessie's girl, which I'm about to talk about further, and the next he's brandishing a gun playing Russian roulette on himself. The genius of Molina's performance lies in its unpredictability. He's so drugged out of his mind that he plays it perfectly. He doesn't play Rayhan like a villain in control. He's chaotic, so out of touch with reality that he's both terrifying and fascinating to watch. He's so welcoming as the host, but there isn't a single moment we feel at ease. He just completely owns this scene, and of course the moment comes when he sings along to Jessie's girl.
Jessie's girl, I'm so jealous. I wanna have Jessie's girl. Did you be with me? What can I have a woman like that?
A bouncy, catchy pop hit from the early 80s. A song about unrequited love, but in this scene it becomes something else entirely. It's not just background noise, it's a character in the room. The beat is infectious, but instead of easing the tension, it only amplifies it. And it's during this song that we get arguably the best shot of the scene, ironically a happy accident, but more on that later. The camera locks onto a close-up of Dirk. It's a brilliant use of framing, focusing entirely on his face. The shot invades Dirk's personal space, amplifying the claustrophobia already creeping through the scene. We're watching him unravel in real time, but the world around him remains indifferent. The longer the camera holds on him, the more suffocated we feel, perfectly mirroring his internal panic. Finally, Dirk pulls himself together and announces that they need to leave.
Sir, we gotta split, man. We gotta go.
Breaking the suffocating tension for just a moment. But this is where the real unraveling begins. Rayhan, in his oblivious bliss, insists that they stay.
Aw, come on, you just got here. I know.
We cut to Todd, still lounging, showing no urgency to get out. Todd, at first, speaks quietly, almost as if he's second-guessing himself, like he's hesitating to fully commit to the dangerous plan he's been harboring.
We're not leaving yet. We're here now, and we want something else from you. Hey.
It's only after a few beats that he musters the courage to raise his voice, forcing Rayhan to finally hear him. This moment is charged with dread, as if Todd is psyching himself up for the chaos he's about to unleash, and we can feel the impending eruption just seconds away.
Hey. We want something else from you.
What?
Todd, what the hell are you doing, man? Let's just go.
In the master bedroom, under the bed, in a floor safe. Understand?
When Todd finally cracks and reveals his plan to rob Rayhan, we might brace ourselves thinking, okay, they're actually going for it. But Rayhan's calm, almost bemused response,
Are you kidding me, Kitty?
"Are you kidding me, Kitty?" This line instantly halts any momentum Todd thought he had. Referring to him as Kitty, Rayhan diminishes Todd to something small and insignificant, a mere plaything who has no clue what he has stepped into. It's a power move that flips the dynamic completely, showing that Rayhan, despite bumbling around like a doofus, is actually fully in control, and that Todd's reckless bravado is about to meet a brutal reality. From here, the chaos erupts. Rayhan retreats to his bedroom, Todd shoots the bodyguard dead, and Dirk and Reed comically duck behind the bar, nervously peeking over. The scene has shifted from intense tension to absurd, almost ridiculous action. Dirk desperately tries to convince Todd to escape, but Todd, overwhelmed by a cocktail of emotions, either from being high or crashing hard, gives us another standout moment.
That's what a goddamn came here to motherfucking do! And that's what I'm fucking do right fucking now! Fuck no! Don't be fucking stupid!
Thomas Jane's portrayal of Todd breaking down into tears while still determined to complete the robbery is both hilarious and tragic. The scene escalates to its inevitable climax where Rayhan blasts Todd into oblivion and chases Dirk and Reed out of the house with a shotgun. This scene absolutely steals the entire movie. Its absurdity, laid with such intense tension, transcends it from a great moment to an epic one in cinematic history. Every element is firing on all cylinders: the camera work, the soundtrack, the set design, the sound effects, and of course, the pitch-perfect performances. But the real genius of this single scene lies in how it encapsulates the entire film's core themes into one unforgettable moment. Think about it. Boogie Nights is about excess, the allure of fame, the rise and fall of success, and the dangers of losing control. In this one scene, all those themes collide. Rayhan represents the lure of that reckless excess, while Dirk and Reed embody the inevitable crash. When Todd's reckless confidence sets the final action into motion, it mirrors the entire journey of the characters throughout the film. The superficial thrill gives way to grim reality. This scene is the movie in microcosm, luring us in with flash and fun, only to hit us hard with the consequences of living life on the edge. And that's why, in my opinion, this scene takes Boogie Nights from great to epic. It's the moment that reminds us why Boogie Nights isn't just a movie about porn. It's a movie about life, ambition, and the danger of flying too close to the sun.
Fucking love that song.